Chevy, but... Hey everyone, and welcome back. As you've seen, we took the new truck to pull out the old Chevy. And I thought I'd make a short video here to show you the new farm truck. So there it is, right there. That's a 2017 F250. It's basically the cheapest one I could find. It is the XL model. So I think that means extra loaded. So basically it does everything a same truck does, or it does everything a fully loaded truck does at a third of the cost. But I just wanted to kind of put this together to show a 1978 3/4 ton and a 2017. So what is that, almost 40 years difference between the two? This one is a single cab long bed, and the new truck is a extended cab with the 6 foot 6 3/4. Height wise, we'll do the Mr. Bean measurement here. So as you can see, the old trucks are a lot easier to reach in. I picked up a bed cover for this for the winter. Basically a standard bed, spray-in bed liner option. Other than that, nothing to see back there. And this one is just a standard bed. Really hasn't been used a lot for the age of the truck. I'm a Ford guy, but I couldn't say no to this truck. In a previous video we did this quick little shine job. It's still holding up, so I was almost thinking about putting this on the road for my daily, because we were looking for another truck because our van went down due to getting hit by a bus. But I stumbled across this one and I was a little leery putting that one on the road. It's steel, so you know it's gonna rot out quick. It's got some Bondo holes. So this is gonna go pretty quick if you drive it in the wintertime. And it's 2-wheel drive, so as you've seen in the beginning of the video, it gets stuck pretty easily. And this one, 4-wheel drive, auto locking, and manual hubs, or manual off. Quiet. Quiet. That's enough. So as I was saying, auto locking hubs, or you can turn them off, I believe. Solid axle front and rear. These ones are, just independent on the front. Of course, no axle in the front, 2-wheel drive. Other than that, they're pretty well the same trucks. No AC in that one, but it is just a work model too. Just your basic seat. I actually really like the seat in this truck. Has the nice pattern. As you can see, like no wear on the seat. It was really cared for, so I believe the mileage is accurate. And if you can see, that's 70,000. Those are the pedals, so I think it's a true 70. Hasn't been driven a lot. Needs a new dash pad. But this is an old future, not an old, it's an old project, but it's a future project for the channel. Just your standard, same as that truck over there. Roll up windows, manual locks. And I really love these wing windows. driving down the road. But yeah, we're gonna do this truck up right once we get set up. Oh, that's hard one hand. Okay. All right, under the power barn here. 350 with a turbo 400 trans. It runs really well. We'll fire it up in a second. But yeah, just basic under here too. Super easy to work on if you know these. So I believe once we do it, I'll probably put the EFI system on it. They just run better. I'm not a real fan of daily driving a carburetor, but that's just me. Now we'll walk over to this truck here. As you can see, it's much taller, but basically the same on the inside. We got roll-up windows, manual locks, no doodads to brake. We have automatic lights and the normal. And yeah, 6 seating for 6. As you can see, we've been working out of it already, but that is nice. These seats fold up and give you tons of room back here still. So that is a little nicer than the single cab, or else all this stuff would have to be in the front seat or in a toolbox in the back. So this keeps it nice. And of course all aluminum, so it won't rust. That's the main reason that, well, that's the only truck I wanted to upgrade to, was aluminum, so I didn't have to worry about the body rusting. And if you keep the frames oiled, you'll never have an issue. Aftermarket, I put in a Pioneer stereo just so I could have Bluetooth calling. That's the mic for it. And a reverse camera for unhooking trailers. Electronic 4-wheel drive with the diff locker in the back. Works fantastic. And of course, built-in brake controller. So that truck doesn't have a brake controller or a hitch, I don't think. But yeah, basic interior. It does have the aftermarket auxiliary switches, so that's super easy for hooking. Let's show you where those are. But yeah, basic interior, it does the job. Like I said, the only difference between this and a higher trim is just a lot more doodads that seem to give problems. So a power of choice, well, didn't really have a choice. It's what this truck came with and what was available for the cheapest. Is the 6.2 liter V8 gas engine. So I believe these are rated at 385 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds or something like that, around there. So plenty of power. 6-speed trans. Those transmissions are pretty bulletproof, and these motors are pretty bulletproof. Spoke to several mechanics. They've never opened one up, so basic maintenance, and I just use AMSOIL, so I think it'll serve us well for a long time. Little thirstier on fuel, and this has 413s in the back. I believe they're 413s. They're 412 or something like that. So it tows really good. Oh yeah, so the mileage on this truck is around 90,000 kilometers. So it's pretty low mileage too. I was looking at the used market for a long time, and as you know, it's crazy. So yeah, we were looking at the used market for a long time, or since the accident with the Caravan. And man, what people are asking for trucks with two to 300,000 on them, it's just wild. So luckily I stumbled across this one. It was the cheapest one on Kijiji, and It was low miles, under 100,000, so I couldn't say no, really. We were driving by that day, and we picked it up. Yeah, other than that, nothing too special. Gonna find a new set of rims for it and keep these as the winter rims. Your standard running boards, tow mirrors, those pull out. And black steel bumpers, which I don't mind the look of this at all. It's kind of blacked out with the window tint. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. This is the camera we added. So it looks like a factory camera. Does stay a little cleaner up there than having it down there. And you can see your hitch better. That's really all I use it for. Let's talk numbers. So this truck it's got a pretty good payload actually. Right here, 3,400 pounds. So you can hold 3,400 pounds, and the gross vehicle weight rating is 9,900 pounds. So it weighs around 6,600 pounds, is that? Yeah. Weighs around 6,600 pounds. So you can haul 3,400 pounds in the back, in the cab, wherever. And this one, surprisingly, I did a little math off the ownership weight. This truck weighs 40, I think I wrote it down here, 4,400 pounds. So we have a 3,300 pound payload. So that's pretty impressive still. 100 pound payload less than that. A lot smaller of a truck. It weighs about 2,000 pounds less, and it's a 7,100 pound gross vehicle weight rating. So that's pretty impressive. You can still get 3,300 pounds in this truck. But the main difference between the two is this truck's miles per gallon is rated in smiles, and this one you can actually rate it out of miles per gallon. So we up here north of the border go by liters per 100, and this one averages with some towing around 20. So what's that, 13-ish miles per gallon? And that one's probably getting like 5 miles per gallon, so it's pretty bad, but it's definitely really nice to drive, really fun, and it does sound good. So let's fire it up. This one should fire right off. We pulled it out yesterday at the beginning of the video. I think it might be low on coolant, but it's good enough. It's good enough for a fire. Give her a few pumps. Oh yeah. Get you in here. It does run real good. It's nice and quiet. When we were pulling it out, it had a noise, but the belt wasn't tightened on the alternator, so that was chirping. But it's good now. But yeah, it's just classic Chevy V8 rumble. Yeah, that old girl, she runs really good, and it sounds real healthy. But yeah, I put a jerry can of fuel in it, and I don't know where it goes. I barely drive it around the farm. It just disappears, doesn't leak. Just really dumps fuel, I think, into the fuel, make it happener. But now we'll show you a little bit of a newer truck. Know where to magnetize this to. Well, that's steel. We found some steel. But I do also really like how this truck sounds. Of course, it's overhead cam, so you get a little cam noise. Or injector noise is really what you're hearing. That's the injector. Pulling and firing off. Another nice, super quiet motor. I got AMSOIL in it now, and it's happy. New filter, if you're looking for filters, go on Amazon. It's $50 cheaper than the Ford dealer for a Motorcraft filter. So yeah, can't beat that. Has two big mufflers on the thing, and it still does sound really good. I'll give you a listen here. You can definitely tell that thing has some big mufflers on it compared to the red Chevy. But under load, it sounds real like a V8 should. So yeah, that's a quick overview of our new farm truck here. The cheapest Alumiduty on Kijiji I could find. A quick reasoning why we're not daily driving the C20. It's just hard to do deliveries with two-wheel drive. And, oh yeah, I don't think it has a hitch. Let's check that real quick. I think it's just a bumper pull. Yeah, it just has a bumper, no receiver. So I would have to find a hitch and whatnot. But yeah, that's about it. A quick show of our new truck on the farm. It's gonna be with us for a long time. That's the reason I got the aluminum too. Oil spray all the frame, the steel frame parts, and this should last decades. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A quick video on our new truck that we gave a sneak peek of, and our old C20 we've had for a while, but that's a future project. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we got a lot more new things to show you. We've been working on some things, changing some things around. And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it, so hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.